Hi y'all, if you are a returning viewer, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. My name is Amira, and today guys, we are going to be trying out the new About Face Beauty Performer Foundation. Let's get into it. All right guys, so Performer Foundation. Let's read what they say about this foundation. So it says, coverage meets skincare in this skin optimizing foundation formulated with powerful ingredients like blue agave, wintergreen chlorella, plus chlorella, known to help hydrate, balance, and smooth skin. Buildable, breathable, medium coverage delivers a long wear second skin finish. Alrighty, so when I purchased this during the pre-sale that About Face Beauty had on their website, and I was going between a few shades. They actually have a really nice shade range. I believe it's 45 shades, and the thing about it is when you get to those mid-tones when you get to those mid to medium deep tones, that's when things can get a little tricky. I think they did a good job of offering a nice wide range, but because of that, I found that there were a couple of shades that I probably could have used, and I didn't know which one I wanted to get. So I just made a quick decision and got the MD1 Neutral. When I got this in the mail and I swatched it on my hand, I was worried it was going to be a little too dark, and I am still a little worried that it's going to be too dark. It does come with it's like a doe foot applicator. It kind of reminds me, something about the packaging reminds me a bit of the Physicians Formula Healthy Skin Foundation, which is discontinued and I used to love. So this is MD1 Neutral, and as you can see, I feel like it might be a little too deep for me, but I wanted to swatch it next to another foundation that I consider to be kind of like a little too deep for me, but that once I blend it out looks really nice. So I just wanted to see what it looks like. So I'm going to compare it to the Haus Labs, and this is one of my favorite foundations. So this is the Haus Labs, and this is the About Face. And as you can see, the About Face looks much warmer, and this is supposed to be a neutral. So I don't know. For me, when I swatch it, it doesn't read as neutral to me. It reads as quite warm. Whereas the Haus Labs is supposed to be cool, but reads quite neutral. So I just want these brands to figure out what neutral and cool and warm actually is supposed to look like. It's specifically what neutral is supposed to look like, because I think a lot of them don't really know, you know? So I'm going to go ahead and start applying. I have done my skincare. I am back on tretinoin, so I've been really focusing on keeping my skin hydrated. So my skin is feeling quite moisturized. And after swatching this on my hand, I think the finish on this is probably it felt like a natural matte, natural satin. So I'm gonna apply this on my face here. I actually don't mind the doe foot. I have been using my Urban Decay Quickie All Over Concealer quite a bit, and applying it with the doe foot, it works. So we're gonna put, I mean, I do feel like it might take you a while to get your face covered with this, but it's not terrible. And then I'm going to take my foundation brush, and I'm using the Sigma F47 Multitasker. This is a new brush to me. We got this in our goodie bags at the Creators and Friends in December. And this is my first time trying it. I'm like, why don't I try this brush? Because I still haven't washed my brushes, guys. Who am I? I don't know. All right, so it's blending really nicely. I can tell you that right now. The finish is actually really pretty. I'm gonna zoom in some so you guys can really see how this is. And actually, once it's blended out, I'm wearing a turtleneck, so it's gonna be a little hard, but once it's blended out, I still think it's too warm to be actually considered a neutral, but it's not so warm as to be Oompa Loompa vibes on me, which, because my skin is neutral, if something is too warm, it will just look orange. And with olive foundations that are too olivey, too yellow in tone, they'll just make me look like I put mustard on my face. So for me, I'm neutral and I have a little bit of yellow undertone, but if things are too far in either direction, it's a no-go. So this is actually blended really nicely, actually. I don't like to put a lot of foundation on my forehead, and sometimes I don't put any on at all on my forehead, but I'm of course going to do that today for you guys. So this is just that layer. This is about as far as I personally go with foundation. I don't apply a whole lot, so I like to see what a foundation can give me just with one layer, you know. Now I have this spot here. This is an acne spot that has, you know, like an acne scar that has just like decided to take up residence. It's fading, but that's sort of my litmus test right now for how much coverage something gives me. Nothing covers this 100%, but it's actually giving it quite a decent amount of coverage. And I don't like applying a lot of makeup around my mouth because it can make this area can get quite makeup-y feeling if I put too much. But let me just show you how my skin is looking. How pretty is that? I think it's actually a really beautiful finish. It's not as flat as I was worried it was going to be when I applied it on my hand. Like you can still see like my skin has a bit of glow, like my actually like skin and my skincare is actually still kind of showing through. It doesn't, yeah, it's not dry to the touch or anything. Okay, that's not bad. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply some concealer. I'm going to use my Haus Labs concealer with this because I just wanted to see what this would, this is probably the concealer I would use with a foundation like this. So I'm going to use that. Apply it under here. And I do apply a little bit, just a little, take what's excess on my brush and just kind of bring that down. Oh, that's actually, that's a nice combo. Ooh, that's a nice combo. Okay, I'm actually happy with that. So what I'm gonna do now, I am going to go off camera and do the rest of my makeup because I'm actually filming another video in between this one, reviewing an eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do my face, do my eyes, film that video, come back with my full beat on, and we're going to talk about it because by that point it'll probably have been about an hour and we can really see how the makeup is looking, you know, how the foundation is looking with products applied to it, setting into the skin, all that good stuff. I'll catch you later. Alright guys, so I am back. I just finished filming my palette review. If you want to know what's on my eyes, it is the Nomad New Zealand Stargazing palette. That video will probably actually be up before this one, so if you're interested in this, click back and I'll leave a link or a card or something up, something somewhere, but probably a card for you to see that review. So yes, my makeup is officially done. I've been wearing this for about an hour now. And I will say this, what I was really impressed by is how my other products applied over this foundation. So I haven't been powdering a ton. I will powder a little bit here and a little bit here and maybe a little bit there. But other than that, my face is unpowdered. I use just a little bit of my Givenchy Prism Libre palette. You know, just I tap it on the little puff in here and I just lightly tap where I need it. But everything else is unpowdered. So I have my bronzer, I have my blush, I have my highlighter. Again, if you want to know what's on my face, everything will be linked down below. And I was really happy with how everything, and I'm looking in the mirror now, how everything looks together. And for me, that's really kind of like the most important thing is, like, you know, if a foundation, you know, you put it on and it looks great and then you try to apply things over it and you're maybe not happy with the whole look, you know, cohesively, like the entirety of the look, or the vibe or how things work together. But it's working really well with what I've been using on a regular basis lately. And I'm really happy with how my skin looks. So I will say that this, once I've put everything on, this is definitely more like a natural finish foundation. It's not dewy, it's not matte, it's not glowy. It's one of those like natural finish foundations. So it looks like your skin. So if you have a little bit of dew or a little bit of glow on your skin when you apply it, as you saw when I first applied it, it's going to show through a little bit, but if you don't, it's not going to show. So I will say if you have dry skin, you really want to, I don't think this is going to dry your skin out per se, but it might not lend itself to it looking its best if you don't do proper skin prep. If your skin is normal, you'll probably be fine. If your skin is oily, you'll probably be fine. I just say, just based on how it's sitting on my skin now, and again, I'm on tretinoin right now, so my skin generally speaking is more on the normal to oily side, and I get oily in like this area, but other places it's pretty much normal. And I had done quite a bit of skin prep this morning because I am on tretinoin, so I'm really focusing on moisturizing, keeping my skin as moisturized and as balanced as possible, because not only am I on tretinoin, but it's winter time and it's super cold out, so you know the skin gets dry. So my skin prep was very much focused on that, and I think that was a good idea. I think if I hadn't done that, because of the fact that my skin is not dry, but it's sort of veering that way at the moment because of elements and skincare and all that good stuff, it might not have looked its best. So yeah, I would just say focus on skin. And I say that, I feel like that's what you should do with every foundation, is focus on your skin prep, because skin prep is really what will determine how great a foundation will look and how it will last on your skin ultimately. Now, don't get me wrong, if you're using a foundation that's not good right for your skin type and all that good stuff, then that'll play a part. And if it's just a trash foundation, that'll play a part. But I have found that skin prep is one of the most important things you can do for your makeup. How it looks, how it lasts, all of that. So yeah, I will say, like, if you are normal to dry, focus on skin prep. If you're normal, you might be able to get away with it, but if you're wearing this like this time of year and you live in a climate that's like mine, that gets really cold in the winter, skin prep. Oily, I think you'll actually be fine. You'll be fine with this. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Again, this is a first impression and a demo, so I can't give you like my full thoughts on it. I'm going to continue to use this. This is going to be added to my winter makeup capsule, and I'm going to continue to use this. I'm going to probably wear it to work tomorrow because I have a 9-hour work day, and that will be a great time to see how this foundation lasts. And if I have any issues, if I feel like it's a no-go, I'll of course put a pinned comment in this video for you guys just to give you an update on my feelings about it. But as of now, I'm enjoying it. Again, I haven't had it on very long. This is more of a demo first impression, but my first impression is positive. So yeah, this was $22 on the About Face Beauty website. It's available there now. It has not launched at Ulta yet. I didn't see it I scrolled through the new arrivals on Ulta this morning and I didn't see it. So I'm assuming that this is probably not going to launch at Ulta for another couple of weeks or so. That's usually how it goes with stuff like this. So if it doesn't come out right away anyway. So yeah, I would say if you're interested in this, you know, if you want to wait until it comes to Ulta and I don't know if this is going to be available in store though. That's the only thing, because it's 45 shades. So I don't know how much space this will be given in Ulta. So it might still be an online only kind of thing. But yeah, I say figure out what your shade match is. Again, like I said, I could probably wear like 2 or 3 of the shades in that shade range, which is actually a good thing. To be spoiled for choice as opposed to having lack of choice is always, you know, a better thing. But yeah, $22, 45 shades. I think the shade range is pretty good. It's very well balanced, and yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below, guys. Are you interested in this foundation? Are you thinking of picking it up? Have you already picked it up? And if you are my shade twin, does this shade, which is the MD1 Neutral, do you think it'll work for you? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed today's video, guys, please be sure to hit the like button, and I will see you in the next one. Bye now.